Today we're recording our next installment in our Debunked series where we look at some common financial myths and debunk them. Today we're going to be looking at Social Security. My name is Spencer Ford, CEO and Wealth Advisor with Conservative Financial Solutions, also a certified financial planning professional. And let's get into today's video. All right, so we're looking at Social Security today, and you've probably heard the myth that when Social Security was enacted in 1933, that it was set up to where you could only take, the earliest you could start Social Security was age 65, and the average life expectancy was somewhere 63 or so. So the idea was that Social Security was created in a way that there was going to be a lot of people paying into the system without ever having any hope of collecting from the system. And that's actually just not true. That's a myth that I want to debunk, because when you look at life expectancy tables from the 1930s, sure, you could say that the average life expectancy was in that early 60 range, but you also have to look at infant mortality rates in the early 20th century as well. They were much higher than what they are today. So the reality is that if you made it to age 21 in the 1930s, you were more likely to make it to age 65 than not. So, and for a male, if they made it to age 65, their life expectancy was 78, and for a female, their life expectancy was age 80. So it's just not true that you are going to have this system where there's all these people paying in that have no hope of collecting whatsoever, because by the time you got to 21, like I mentioned, you were more likely to make it to age 65 than not, and that's really when you would have spent the bulk of your time paying into Social Security. Now, I want to take this a step further and just look at life expectancies in today's environment. So now today, a male who makes it to age 65 is actually expected to live to age 83, and a female who makes it to age 65 is expected to make it to age 86. And again, the story doesn't end there. According to the Society of Actuaries, there's a 50% chance that a married couple age 65 today, one spouse will live to age 92. And another thing to consider is those statistics include risk factors that may not even apply to you. So if you exercise regularly, you're a non-smoker, you assess yourself to be in good health, your life expectancy is anywhere from 2 to 3 years longer than the average. And because of that, almost half of retirees underestimate their life expectancy by up to 5 years. And that shouldn't come as any surprise that that can be at least financially impactful if you're going to live an extra 5 years than what you were planning for. And we tie this back into Social Security. When you plan to take Social Security in the future, your life expectancy is going to be part of your decision-making process as to when and how you take Social Security so you can maximize it over your lifetime. But for today, I just wanted to debunk this notion that when Social Security was created, it was created in a way that more people were going to be paying into it than ever even had the chance of collecting from it. It wasn't created under those pretenses, and it just goes to show we hear a lot of things repeated in our day-to-day lives where we just take for granted and they're not actually true, which is why I like doing this series, debunking these common financial myths. I'm Spencer Ford, and we'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, please hit subscribe so you can see when our next video comes out, and it really helps out our channel. Thank you so much.